Hey everyone, it's Splash from the Cryptid 4, and today I am bringing you my top 5 games I played in 2020. Now, not all of these games came out in 2020, but they were all played by me for the first time this year. 2020 has been a wild year, both in the world and in gaming, so I thought it'd be nice to just kick back, relax, look at some positives, and go forward with that. I won't get super in-depth because there's no real point in doing that, and I really don't want to inflate the video. Just sit back, grab some Dew or H2O, and enjoy. Now, if I was going to pick a game of the year of 2020, it would definitely be, well, Resident Evil 3. It's a great remake. It was very fun, very enjoyable. They did make some changes that some people weren't happy with, but it is what it is in that regard. I loved it and enjoyed it. Excellent job, Capcom. Now let's just go ahead and jump into the list. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the honorable mention, The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. I'm not going to put it on my list because I'm always playing it. I've been playing it for like the last, it feels like 10, 15 years now. No, but seriously though, it's come out on everything and every console I own it on, you name it, I own it on it. And with them constantly releasing mods and stuff like that, it creates a refreshing new take you can always spin on it, so it kind of feels like a new game altogether. So, yeah, so I'm not even throwing Skyrim into this just because it's not even a competition if I throw Skyrim into it, so I'm excluding the Elder Scrolls Skyrim. So anyways, let's move on.
Number 5.
Alright, coming in at number 5 is going to be Persona 4 Golden. The game originally came out on the PlayStation 4 and just recently came out on Steam, which means that I can now play it. So what's unique about Persona 4 and what I really enjoyed about it is that it's got that Shin Megami Tensei feel. There's a lot of talk about how awesome Persona is, and if you don't own a PlayStation, then you don't really get to experience it. So with it coming to Steam, it gave me the chance to actually play and enjoy it, because sadly I don't own a Sony console past the PlayStation 2. I know, right? Slacking. It is what it is. Anyways, let's just go ahead and move on past that little flub there. In Persona 4, basically, you're just trying to solve a mystery. There's murders going around. You're high school students, and yeah, you're somehow trying to solve a mystery after getting sucked into a TV and meeting a giant teddy bear. Between Yosuke, Teddy, and Kanji, I don't know how you can't have fun with the characters. In these type of games, characters make everything, and really, just, they're entertaining. They have unique personalities. But yeah, seriously though, Kanji just kills me every time. He's great. He has a seaweed scene on the beach, which is hilarious, but they're trying to play it cool. Yosuke is just, well, he's just Yosuke. And then you got Chie and Yukiko and Teddy and yeah, all the gang. They're all there. All of them. And then in terms of the enjoyment factor, I would definitely rate it as a 10 out of 10 on my scale for enjoyment. I enjoyed it. I love it. It's my style of game. May not be for you, but hey, if you want it, you can pick it up. It is available.
Number 4.
So number 4 on my list is going to be Fairy Tail. Basically, you just replay the anime or the manga, whichever you kept up with. Maybe you kept up with both. Either way, it doesn't really matter. There is a game that is available based on that. And it's about really as close as you're going to get to having a Fairy Tail game on anything at any point. It's your basic standard turn-based RPG. You have some stuff you can do. It's got all kinds of characters. I think it goes up to the E&D art. Margear or whatever his name is, yeah. Yeah, whatever his name is. I don't recall off the top of my head. But either way, tons of outfits for different characters. I mean, there's the only thing that I will knock on it is that it's like $200 for all the DLC. And, up to you if you want to pay that much. Now, you're probably asking yourself, but wait, Splash. If this is on the list, how is it not your game of the year? Well, as I mentioned, it's the price of the DLC, the $200 that you have to pay for costumes and cosmetics and some extra dungeons, as well as it just kind of feels a bit repetitive at times for the gameplay. Works for me, but I could see how it wouldn't work for other people. But all in all, I think it's a great game, and honestly, I think if you love RPGs and you love Fairy Tail, it is for you. Just be aware that they did cut out some important fights and whatnot. And actually, in fact, we are still playing that game on our channel now. So let's plug that in somewhere, I guess, right? No plugs. Okay, so enough distractions. Let's get into the actual gameplay part of it. It's just standard stuff, RPG style, turn-based, blah blah blah. You have magic attacks, blah 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 blah. I think there's unison raids or something. I don't remember exactly. I'll probably be playing a unison raid video or something here at this part from our playthrough to show what I'm talking about. Yeah. I really should make a script for these type of things, but going off the cuff just feels more natural and whatnot. Oh, but yeah, it's been fun. It's definitely a fun game, but it's one of those things where you kind of want to play it in bursts, and you can find yourself getting bored if you just keep playing it and playing it. But hey, pick it up.
Number 3.
Number 3 on my list is going to be Jump Force. Now, it's been out for a couple years now or so, and there's tons of characters. The big reason it's on my list is if you played on Xbox or Nintendo pretty much your whole life, you never really got to experience a true anime fighter game where they just put everyone together that you all know and have them go at each other. Between the flashy attacks, the spacing, and all that, I wouldn't call it a highly competitive fighter, but it's definitely a fun game if you enjoy the series that are represented, like Bleach or Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto, Saint Seiya, Fist of the North Star, JoJo. There's a lot. There's even new characters like Black Clover. There's even surprise appearances by Yugi and Kaiba. You name it, it's pretty much in there. And that's what really sets it apart from other fighters. Now, granted, I'll give other fighters this is, they have to establish their own universes, their own fighters. They don't take characters. But sometimes you just want to have a death battle type scenario. And that's where this fills in. It's kind of like Smash Brothers, except without the people whining about the characters. Oh. So Sakurai, when's Goku? Sorry, that was just a bad joke. Anyways, it's got your basic combat scenarios in a fighter. You got your basic attack combos, those type of things. But really, what I really enjoy about it is the just flashy attacks, and just look at that. Oh, that's so good. And yeah. Sorry, it's just when I'm watching it, I get distracted because of all the flashiness and just the overall anime. It's just anime. I love it. Not much else I can say. Is it a good game? Each their own, I guess. Each their own. But I enjoy it, and that's really all that matters. Oh, and I almost forgot. Yeah, you can even make your own custom character, so you yourself can be a Naruto character, or a JoJo character, or a Yu-Gi-Oh character, or a Yu Yu Hakusho character, or whatever, really. I'm saying Yu Yu Hakusho's in there, but I don't remember. It's probably not Yu Yu Hakusho. I usually mix up those animes. It's been a while since I've watched a lot of those 90s stuff, so. Anyways, on to the next one.
Number 2.
Taking home the silver medal is going to be Super Mega Baseball 3. It's a sports game, and again, if you're like me and you've played predominantly on Xbox your whole life, with the recent MLB type situation going on with consoles, you didn't really get a baseball game except for like RBI baseball and stuff like that. Like you didn't get an MLB 2K and you didn't get, obviously you don't get the show, that's exclusive. So you kind of had to kind of pick and choose on which baseball games you really wanted to play. Me being a big, huge baseball fan, I enjoy baseball, I love it. And this is really the type of game for me. It's very arcadey, but it can also be very serious depending on how you do things. I mean, there's all kinds of different modes you can do. You can do a pennant race, elimination, seasons. You can just do exhibitions. You can even create your own custom teams. Like if you want to make a real life team like the Athletics or the Angels or the Red Sox or the Yankees, you can do that. You have the option to do that. You can literally make those teams, and you can customize your stats and everything. You can just make your whole own league if you want. So realistically, I mean, if you wanted to, you could actually make the MLB right now in this game. I know, right? But it's a little work to get some of the logos to work. But I mean, I've seen some people do it, so it's possible. But yeah, anyways, as I was saying, it plays exactly like a baseball game, exactly how you'd expect it to. It can be more arcadey at times, and sometimes, I mean, when your pitcher's having a bad day, your pitcher's having a bad day. There's no getting around it, as I've learned the hard way. Yeah, so just ignore that score there. And if you're really want to make yourself mad and have some fun, you can set the ego all the way up to 99 and have a go at the AI team. Good luck, though, as they really hard. So yeah, I mean, that's my number 2 pick. So technically, I think it's an indie game, so it's a very low budget game, and honestly, I think it deserves the recognition that it needs. Just because it's just fun, and I know sports games tend to get overlooked in that regard because I know people just look at it like, oh, it's just a sports game. But really, there's a lot to this, and I think people can have fun with it if they really sit down and played it. Probably more fun they'd have than with a 2K, because it's not really a sim game. It's more of arcade style, so it's almost like Blitz or Slugfest, those type of games. So yeah, I'm out here looking like the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, can't hit the ball. Yeah. You know what? Screw this. Let's just go into the number 1 on the list.
Number 1.
So coming in my top spot, number 1 is going to be The Trials of Cold Steel. Full name is Legend of Heroes Trials of Cold Steel. It came out on Steam. It's been out for a little while. It's a fun action RPG. I've had a lot of fun with it. I've put a lot of hours in it. I feel like there's a lot of replayability. Blah. Gosh, I can't say that word very well. Anyways, it's obviously anime as fuck. Like, straight up just anime. It's got anime-ish style story. I mean, there's some unique things about it, but the tropes are there. But for some reason, despite all that and being very cookie-cutter story, anime style, blah, blah, save the world, dethrone God, that type of thing, somehow I still find myself wanting to play it and play it more. I think maybe it's because the characters are engaging. I'm not sure, but just something about it just wants me to keep coming back and playing it, and honestly, it has taken over my total playtime for this year. I mean, it's number 1. It's even beaten Skyrim. But, I mean, there's just a lot you can do in this game. There's a lot of options. You can customize party members however you see fit. If you want to change a healer into an attacker, you can do that. If you want to change an attacker into a healer, you can do that. You can swap out their master quirk so that they're not stuck with using the same one. You can give them different attacks, different things. If you want to make someone useless, you can make them useless. There's just a lot going on and a lot you can do. And from my understanding, this it'll carry over into the second game and third game and fourth game of this series. So I'm excited to see where the story goes and if it's got that Mass Effect type thing or if it'll fall apart like the Mass Effect type thing. I'm hoping that it lands the landing. Because honestly, I mean, so far, I mean, we're not really fighting a god, so that's an automatic plus. Because typically in these games, you end up somehow fighting a god or something. I mean, the biggest sell for me is going to be flashy attacks, and this game has plenty of flashy attacks. Enough to just, yeah, you're just distracted by just how awesome the attacks are. I know I say a lot, but yeah, the attacks are awesome. There's a lot of unique ones and unique stuff. One of the attacks summons like a big spooky skull out of the ground. So, you're always ready for the spookies. But yeah, I think the game originally came out on the Vita. But it is out on Steam now, so I would recommend if you could pick it up, I would pick it up, get this game and all of its sequels at the time being, but that may change once I play through number 2. So 2020 was definitely a rough year all around for everyone, and I hope everyone stays safe and stays healthy, and once 2021 rolls around, we should have some more new and exciting content for everyone, and we hope everyone's looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, 2020 has just been rough on everyone, and hopefully we're rounding that curve now, as they've been saying forever, and we're just getting healthy. And if you can, please stay safe and don't be out and about unless you absolutely have to. So take care, and hopefully, if we can, we'll see you in the next video, or see you in the comments or in the Discord. Feel free to reach out if you have any issues or concerns. I'll be happy to address them. If you have any other type of suggestions, we're open to them. And I'm always open to constructive criticism. I mean, this was my first top 5 list that I've done, and I don't really know how to usually do them. And I'm trying not to inflate time, and I guess technically I'm inflating time right now, aren't I? No, but seriously though, if there's any way that you think of that I can be more constructive and cut it down, then let me know. Or if you want me to go more in depth, let me know, and well, we'll see what we can do.